So we're going to drill down into this one part of the deal or another part of the deal before we do start drilling down at a higher level. There are so many things that are going right in this city, and we all recognize those things. But there are also things in this city that are not going right. They're the things that we have to work on. And we spend a lot of time working on those. One of those is affordable housing. And goodness knows we spend a lot of time working on affordable housing, and we extract and we push for incentives to get people to give us affordable housing. And we do that a lot, and we should, because it's a really high priority. We do a lot in this city with respect to mobility, and we spend a lot of time on that and a lot of bond work, a lot of staff work. And it's good that we do that. One of the challenges we have in this city is homelessness, and we spend a lot of time and resources against that too, because we want to work on that. Not everything we do in the city helps us with affordable housing and mobility and homelessness, because sometimes we focus on one thing or two things as we try to make the city a better city. One of the problems that this city has is that we know that it's one of the most segregated cities in the country. You go to restaurants in this city, and you look around, and the people in the restaurant will in most restaurants, primarily be one group of people. You go into meetings in this city and look around the people that are in the meetings in the city, and it is, generally speaking, another gathering of one group of people. We don't have very many events in this city that bring everybody in this city together, where people in different walks of life are next to each other and equal and cheering together. That's what this can represent for this city. For me, that's the community benefit and value of this in the city. And that's a huge thing and a huge value for a city that I think is in desperate need of something like this. That doesn't mean that we're not interested in affordable housing or in homelessness or in transportation or in transit or in any of these other things. It just means that not everything has to solve all of our problems. This is a really unique opportunity. So I look at the deal that's been struck here, and I look at it compared to similar deals that are being arranged all over the country, and this one is better than those. I commend the manager and the staff in the time and the work to get us to what is a pretty unique place and a pretty incredible deal for a wonderful benefit, and quite frankly, a needed benefit for this city. But it feels as if the goal line keeps getting moved. It feels as if we're going to be asking this to solve all of our problems. And my concern is that in trying to get all of that, we will lose what is the key benefit. Now, the women's soccer here is an example, and quite frankly, I think that the problem was in the way that you presented this. You presented as a community benefit a development league that's required of you by Major League Soccer. Now, it's true that provides a considerable benefit to the community. That development league, for the people that be able to participate in it, the families that are involved, the hopes and dreams and the aspirations, it provides a significant community benefit. But the problem was with that it's part of being a Major League Soccer team that you provide that. So it gets built into the economics of the deal, and it becomes part of that deal. I don't know what your deal is with Mr. Backus, but I'd be willing to bet it's not $37 million. And if it was $37 million, then we would hear about it. But if it's anything less than $37 million, then you're not giving to that what you were giving to the Guys Development League. But you're never going to give 30 because it's not part of that deal. So while that is something that's going to provide significant community benefit, maybe it's best that that just be left off the ledger. And talk about what you're doing for the tens of millions of dollars that you're putting in soccer, for fields, for everybody in this city, and for teams for everybody in this city. And just focus and count on those. And don't count that benefit for the community from the men's league, and don't count the benefit that comes from lining this city up for the ability to be able to get closer to having a Major League women's team, or the fact that it makes it that much closer to us being able to get the women's development league, because that's uncertain and that's not part of this deal. So don't count that either. The deal, when you look at this on a piece of property that was not used for so long and has now become the most desirable track in the city, can only do so much for the city. And sometimes we take pieces of land like the ones that the library's under and we say, that has a really unique benefit for this city, even though we could sell it for trillions. That's where we need a library. Or the land under the Performing Arts Center, which was uniquely suited for that use. We getting, if we do this deal, for me, a tremendous benefit for this community, and a benefit that is not just nice for this community to have, it is a benefit that this community sorely, sorely needs.